Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here. This is actually editing me speaking, because I changed kind of what I'm planning on doing with the series. So while, in-game me as blabbering on, a couple of things here. So EO can unlock
Looking a bit tired.
vestiges,
We could talk again.
and those
Your friend is
vestiges unlock
probably
story
lonely in a
moments.
place like
All of the
this.
story
We'll
moments
have to say
pretty
hello to
much
him
have the
sometime.
same sort of flow.
Looking a
So
bit. Your friend is
in the
probably.
future, the only ones who will actually I will actually be showing on the channel
Is
is
everyone
EOS
listening?
specifically. I will not be showing
Warning.
Louise
I will.
or Coco's or
It's
anybody
seriously
else's.
pretty.
Um,
It's
I
seriously.
am not necessarily going to show the locations of them either. However, we are going for the quote. Well, we're going for the most difficult ending to obtain. So I will be showing the locations of the memories of EO or whatever they're called. I forget the name of them, but since that's the ending we are going for, that's what we're going to be doing. Also, just let me know, hear me out here. Let me know in the comments on what y'all think of the style that this is kind of going to be going for. We're skipping the areas for the most part. I'll be seeing mostly bosses. The two exceptions to this are the swamp area. Y'all be seeing a little bit more of the quote-unquote swamp area. Because I
Real sorry,
despise this
but could I
level
get? It won't
a
be much.
lot.
Just a smidge. It'll take a
So
while to get the
if there's any
results.
like really
Take it
just
easy in the room
oof
back
moments,
there
I'm
while
gonna
you
put them in
wait.
there. Cathedral level, y'all will be seeing quite a bit of. I'm basically going to speed the fuck up just so y'all can see how bad the cathedral level actually is and how abysmally long it is.
I've done what I
However,
can to look
the
into the
second
accounts.
we get EO
It
as a
confirms
companion,
something
I
surprising.
will be for
Revenants have
sure
blood
showing
bots that
more of
differ
the
from those of
areas.
humans. These
And
types
also, once
greatly
we get
affect
past
Revenants'
Cathedral,
abilities.
that's when some of the areas start
However, your
becoming a little
blood
bit
has
more
no specific
important.
type. Or,
So,
maybe
just
more
letting y'all know.
accurately,
Also,
your type is
Louis, we are
broken.
going to be
Your
uh,
abilities, and the
giving
fact that you
him
have
quote
no
unquote
specific type,
valuables
might be
to
due to you
try to
being what
get.
we
We need
call a
that
void type.
sword that he has, the Crimson
You were able
Sword.
to gain
We
another
do need that as
Revenant's
soon as
power
possible
through a
because that is
vestige,
my main
right?
weapon.
That phenomenon
So,
is unique to void
just letting y'all
types.
know, it was on that note, I'm going to pass
Supposing you
y'all
are a void
over
type,
to
there's a test I'd like
in-game
to
me, and I
perform.
am going to be showing a little
Don't
bit
worry,
of the starter area.
I'm going to give you.
Now, Louis himself, we should be able to interact with the two to exchange some items with him.
You remember that scene we witnessed at the vestige? That kind of stuff happens every day here. Silva has taken most of the humans who survived under his protection, so Revenants are left to rely on blood beads alone to
We
slake
will
their
meet Silva
unending
at
thirst.
some point, but way later on.
But, well, nothing in this world lasts forever. The springs started to dry up, and so blood beads grew rarer and rarer. And the order Silva created by levying and distributing blood beads won't last much longer either. The world needs more blood beads. Only then can we strive for fairness instead of petty favoritism. That's why we've been exploring the Jail of the Mists. We're doing research to learn all we can about blood beads. But the miasma has been a real problem. It makes our thirst even worse, so our progress has stalled. Now, though, we have a glimmer of hope. Your power can clear the miasma. If you could help us...
With the modding and stuff, this game looks really
well,
good still.
we'd be drawn into a bitter conflict. Still, the truth is, we don't have a lot of hope without you. Will you join us?
Of course.
Thanks.
So, it's a done deal? Well then, from now on, you're one of us.
He'll be sticking with us for the most part. I believe that's a reference to
Yakumo
something else,
Shinonome.
but I'm not completely sure.
I'll be looking forward to seeing you in action.
Hey, yo, no did he.
Let's get right into it. Here's what's going on. We're studying blood beads and their springs. We want to know how and when blood springs appear, their cycles for producing beads, and the composition of the beads themselves. We've made a few discoveries.
That's how we got set on our
First of
mission.
all, we found that there are tubes like capillaries running through the earth. We call them blood veins. And so far as we can determine, every single blood spring is located on top of one of these blood veins. Also, after comparing blood beads and blood veins, we now know that they are mostly comprised of the same substances.
In other words, we can safely assume that blood springs always form along blood veins. We think that means there must be a source somewhere, a kind of headwaters for the blood beads. Now that we have you around to clear the miasma, we can investigate the springs and follow the blood veins. And
Which is always
hopefully
nice.
find the source. Right?
Now we're not at the point where I don't remember the story
We want
post
to check out the
cathedral.
old city ruins first. Sorry for the rush, but we should head out as soon as you're ready.
We are gonna talk to Lee to try to. We're giving him everything that we can so that we can
Some
give valuable.
This looks great. Do you like? Oh,
So for this first episode, we're going to go
There's
through
Gordon here. I'm
naturally.
a merchant of sorts. I'll be. Don't hesitate to come back.
So that's access in the depths. But yeah, technically speaking, there's okay.
good to be with you.
There's two ways. So that leads down to where we were previously, and same with back there. But I believe this is actually a shortcut, which we can kick down, I believe,
Now we can get down easily.
which we don't need to. So for this first episode, I am going to go through here naturally, but in the future, I am going to fast forward through a lot of the areas and focus more on the bosses. Because some of the areas are quite a trial and a half to get
It's
through.
quite valuable. Let's use it well.
And
This
you
way
can
should lead to
turn
the old
off
city.
NPC dialogue. We're not going to for now, and EU as an NPC we can't unlock until post-Cathedral, which kind of sucks. I believe it's post-Cathedral.
Sorry, I'm on my way. A map of the depths. Davis would be very interested.
Which we're not going to interact with a lot of this stuff until after we've at least gotten to the final boss. And then we'll go back and do those sort of
It won't
areas.
take long.
I kind of hope AI Limit doesn't suffer the same deal of
It's
this
this
being
way.
the way to transfer
You ready?
areas. But we do have another lovely cutscene.
That's something.
Expectations exceeded.
That settles it. You are absolutely vital to our operation. There
I
are
do
more
like
blood
Louis.
springs ahead, but the miasma is blocking the way forward. Do you think you could clear it for us again?
That shirt vest combo
you.
looks so nice.
We know where two springs are thanks to past expeditions. Let's go have a look at them.
The territory up ahead is teeming with the lost. Watch yourself.
Alright. This is our first area here. Communal gifts we're not going to be using.
This place gives us some more room.
We're going to do a little bit of exploration. This part isn't going to be sped up because this is the first level, and this does go past two
Glorious past,
areas, so
reduced to nothing.
keep in mind the enemies do like to hide, so just keep that in mind. Queen Iron is going to be pretty important. We will be stuck with this material for quite some time.
Everyone. I'll have to take good care of that.
Prometheus Vestige, which I will definitely be showing, because that is mostly for EO.
There's rubble everywhere.
Beautiful. Definitely could be doing some decent damage. Daggers, I never... Ooh, I did not expect them. Blade Dance, by the way, is going to be more useful for more, for boss encounters. Yeah, just to up our attack a little bit. It's giving us a lot of Queen Iron. I will say, in this game, you can't necessarily experiment with weapons as often as you can with other Souls. That parry would normally not work. That way leads to that. I know where that goes. Okay. Alright. A lot of Louise, fancy cologne. A lot of Louise, a lot of his vestiges. A lot of his vestiges are found in this early section, so it is extremely important when you're first going through this game to explore quite a bit.
Is that the parking garage? I see signs of the enemy over there.
Some nice little parking garage. Do keep in mind, sometimes should be a vestige here. Yep.
Letting my image slip.
What? Why do you hear female dialogue there? Actually, let's go and use this. I'm not locking on so I can get behind his shield. And in order, and I'll wait to kind of explain that stuff.
Take care.
So I'm gonna try not to parry as often, but am I gonna do it? Absolutely. We do have a big boy up ahead, so
Something could leap out from anywhere.
yeah, like this one. Got the backstab. So do keep in mind, it's not directly behind one of them. It's usually a little bit to one of their sides. So that is some trouble to figure out.
Hey, what is it? You okay? Yo, Louis. You smell that?
Yeah. Human
Blood.
An escapee.
Now, where did she run off to?
Self-important, Revenant.
Hey, chumps! What the hell are you doing here?
None of your business.
Oh, really? Then tell me this. Why would scum like you have the sweet stink of a human on ya? The girl belongs to us. Put your paws on our property.
If I remember
Your
correctly, EO
ash.
isn't
That
a
clear?
Revenant, I believe. No, she is, but she's a little bit of a strange type of one. I'll say she's not the absolute best Shrine Maiden equivalent.
Fresh blood is some powerful stuff. You hanging in there?
I would say Lily and Adam
So,
from Stellar Blade are probably
What's
the
plan
best
now? We know
equivalent
it's just a matter of
to
time until they find that missing human.
quote-unquote Shrine Maidens.
You know the plan.
Hell yeah. Let's hope she hasn't been devoured by horrors yet.
Okay, so yeah, technically you're supposed to go down this ladder. Are we doing that, though? Absolutely not. So this is a mist site. So this, I'll just show you over here. Always make sure to break boxes. But over here is a shortcut to a different area.
Won't open.
It basically goes down there and it leads to a boss that realistically should be your first. Alright, we are on our way to a boss. Our first boss.
Eyes open, all right? That's
We gotta get through with as little damage as possible. Woo! Okay. Nice. By the way, it's from the Ruined Park garage dealio that we were making our way to the first boss.
Is that a cocoon?
Oh, and here we can interact with this thing to unlock the rest of the map, which obviously we can see here, but well, I don't think
Should probably check my equipment too.
as you can see, we have most of the majority of the map unlocked at this point. I don't know if there's a cutscene actually for all of the bosses or not.
Let go of me!
We lost the race. Well, strength succeeds where speed fails.
Wait, this place is...
Ooh, okay, music.
Hurry it up, damn wretch! Without your blood, we'll all suffer. Or didn't you think about that when you ran off?
A good old buck woman. Bro, we should have just let her eat him.
For this.
Interesting. So main menu motifs. Okay.
Here we go.
I need to buff myself. Ah, crap. Louis, take aggro, please. Take aggro, so I can figure out what I'm doing. This is getting That's so pucky. Actually, we're gonna die here. I should have figured out how to apply my buffs beforehand. Also, normally bosses are not that awful at tracking to your companion. Why'd you doing that exploding attack so much? Bro. Ooh. The attacks come out way too fast.
Any more damage?
Take this!
I didn't get the parry off that time.
You okay?
Yeah, Louis is gonna die now. I don't like this fight. I don't like this fight. The pairing is not working. The pairing's not fucking working. Holy shit, the parry's not working. What? Of course. Why does she have that AoE? Hell, you have to go super early. Just back up. There we are. That attack is... We're gonna heal here. That attack is really weird.
I'm sure you saved some regeneration. Make it through.
Come on. Fuck. Yes! 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 Holy shit. Holy shit. God, that
awake?
boss is bad.
You? I remember you. Where's the girl? Answer me! Where did you take her?
We're taking custody of the girl.
That human belongs to us. We will take her back.
A gun.
Humans aren't property. They have the same right to live that any of us do.
Don't give me that noble act. They have no rights. And why shouldn't we feed on them? We're the ones keeping them safe after all. Why were we kicked out of our graves? Who did we die for? Again and again at the Queen's hand. We writhe with this terrible thirst. We live in fear of joining the ranks of the lost. And for whose sake? It's all in the service of humans. If blood is the only price they have to pay, then they have a pretty good deal.
That doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want with them.
And what about the rights of revenants? Huh? It's not like we're choosing to live this way because it's such a barrel of laughs.
That should be enough to get you through a month or so.
Whoa, whoa, hold on a minute.
Just make sure that you and I never cross paths again. This is your one and only warning.
No way. The Crimson Sword?
Yeah, be grateful, buddy. We ain't killing your ass.
I guess we'll be rationing for a while. Oh well. What is lost can be found again, huh?
I swear I'll end it. The Revenant's suffering must end.
By the way, more importantly, so, I'm about to say, do we have another fucking cutscene here? But, Acquire gifts. I don't think we're actually able to do anything more than we already were. Focus gain from dodging attacks. Focus isn't particularly important for us necessarily. Force, ooh. We are going to acquire that though. And we are going to level up because we do need that. I believe we put this in passives.
Take care of whatever's concerning you.
Because we do parry quite a bit. Now, okay. Couple things here. So looking at the map here, there are technically speaking 2 places you can go. There is the swamp area, which I don't necessarily want to take care of, but
She must have fled deeper
there
inside.
is the next area this way. Of which we, of course, can activate. By the way, I have
You can
heard
trace the flow of the blood beads
things
from
said this
here.
game is connected
Just
to
a
the
sec.
God Eater franchise,
You
but
and
I
to finish
personally
this,
don't
and
really
we
see
can head
it.
out. Our destination is this way. This should get us there.
We set? All right then. I know you're there.
What are you?
Stay back! I'm the one who decides how I live!
But you're kind of holding
won't listen
the
to
knife
you
the wrong
anymore.
way?
That's fine.
Alright.
Put down the knife.
I'm sorry, that's the way.
I'm sick and tired of it! Day after day having my blood sucked by every passing revenant! I'm not an animal!
You're right. And we can help you. I know someone who can take you to one of the government shelters for humans. If you ask, they'll take you in, and you'll be able to live in safety.
What?
You won't have to spend your days living in fear of revenants anymore. Although you will be asked to donate blood.
It's a trick. Do you really think I'm going to fall for that?
Everything you need to know is on that paper. You're the one who decides how you live.
But why?
I think the time for sacrifices is over. That's all. All right, we should hurry.
Something that is kind of interesting is, can't... Okay, we can dash through. I was just double checking because I did not want to accidentally hit her, because that's sometimes a
I
problem.
thought all revenants were the same. Sorry about earlier.
She's holding the Vegeta arm.
Shelter. Thanks.
If you know what I'm talking about,
Sorry about things.
you know what I mean. It's the Vegeta arm.
The rest is up to her. Let's continue our search.
Oh, sorry, Louis. But as we go through here, something that is a little bit on the interesting side is the fact that, well, she's kind of the only human that we will ever meet. Which is a little strange, considering humans are supposed to be pretty important lore-wise, but
Help us in our business.
unfortunately they just aren't really in the game. She's kind of the only one we meet. Because EO is something different. I don't believe she's necessarily a proper revenant, but I believe she's something different.
I won't take long.
Which is par for the course for your average Shrine Maiden role.
Path goes along a
Oh my goodness, we almost fell off a cliff.
This place has changed completely too.
Yeah. Seems like everything's changed since the Great Collapse. The only thing that stayed the same is our appearance. Come on. We won't find the source by reminiscing.
We do look kind of cool.
You say something, Louis?
No?
Why didn't I?
Is this really my...
Interesting. If it does make us go into this cutscene, we are going to do it because it's... I am going to show it because it is part of... It's sort of the game. Like, the optional stuff I'm not showing. Yeah, it's going to load us into it.
Hey there, Louis. Are your classes done for the day?
Is Cruz awake?
She sure is. In fact,
Cruz is
she's in a
important.
pretty good mood today, too. Go on ahead and see her. Here's your visitation pass.
Thanks.
And then, what did the professor say?
He said, well, there's no cure like the obscure.
Another groaner.
I hope the experiment ends soon. So, how are you feeling?
I'm fine. Could be worse.
I'll be honest, I
Your
do
sister
forget
was
Cruz's
taking good
relevance.
care of me, so don't worry. I'm the only one who can do it. And I have you and the others watching over me. So I'll be okay. Anyway, enough about that. I want to hear more of your stories from school.
I'm assuming it loads us into a different section of this.
Oh, you're here early again, Louis. Is school on a break right now?
Yeah, the professors are devoting all their time to research lately. How's Cruz?
Well, we're having a hard time suppressing what's causing the rejection. Ordinarily, we wouldn't let you see her.
I see. Thanks. I appreciate it. Is it her?
I'm about to say, let me
Yeah.
go through.
Why? Why does it have to be me?
Cruz, are you okay?
I won't stop fighting. I won't give up. So stay with me.
I believe it's going to loop us back through one more time at least.
Please. Please, Louis. I'm sorry.
As you can see, things have been kind of destroyed a little bit.
I can't.
Louis. Stop me. Please. Please. Kill me.
And of course, Louis made the mistake of not doing it, which is understandable. Oh, okay, nothing's loaded on the opposite side. Oh, wait. Ooh. Oh, so where we are in the game currently is in the section that this happened in, I'm assuming.
What have I done?
Karen is Louis' sister, older sister.
Why didn't I?
Oh,
I'm still still not completely sure what happened back then. I heard a lot of folk.
That was real. A genuine memory from my past. From when the Queen... from when Cruz frenzied. Guess I can't...
Don't worry, we will be getting more context as we go through the course of the game. I will say a decent amount of the story is a little bit more front-loaded.
Nobody would want to relive that. I couldn't stop Cruz from going into a frenzy. So many people lost their lives, including my sister. I wanted to forget my frailty. But if we can find the source and ensure a stable supply of blood beads, then revenants will be freed from their thirst. Once that happens, there will no longer be any need for Silva's levy system, and humans and revenants will finally be able to live together in peace.
Not necessarily.
I'm
But I
willing
like
to
your
take
ideals.
responsibility for my past. I think it's the least I can do.
Then stop talking about it. Let's get it done. Are we ending this nightmare or what? You can't charge forward.
Some
if
Shire
you're always
music?
Looking back.
Yeah, I know.
And there is that.
I can't turn away anymore. Come on, let's hunt down the source.
Alright. We are going to go to home base here. Because I do think this is actually a good stopping point. There is an alternative area that we can go to, but not necessarily going to do that quite yet. Where the fuck is... Oh, yeah. So, NPCs do move around just like they
Allow
do
me to
in
thank you.
other
Plus,
games.
I hope you're
Flower seeds doesn't matter, but we're at 23 and we need 50. We need 50 for that. I forget which
head out,
chrome we need. That at least chrome that I prefer. Hey, yo! At some point, she will be a NPC that'll be able to follow us. Investigate dried up trenches. These, I wish objectives like that were a little bit more clear. Like, if you're gonna have that, do something different with it, please.
What is it?
I'm not completely sure if we can actually restore a vestige. Yeah, not at this moment we can't. We need Hunter Vestige Part A, and then that'll finish
Take
that'll
care.
section up. Yeah, well, I got a good look at EO here. So in the future, areas again will be like a little. It's gonna be a little cut down in terms of the areas. Even the swamp area, you're not gonna see the entirety of. You're gonna see moments and slices of. That boss is a prime example of what a lot of the Code Vein bosses are. A lot of them don't necessarily feel that fair. Just being perfectly honest, I would say this game's biggest struggle are the bosses. Specifically, my issues with the boss y'all just saw, at least in like the boss y'all just last saw. A couple of issues is that AoE attack can be spammed. So I do cut out a lot of the boss attempts, so y'all just see the end, but she does spam that AoE quite a bit sometimes. And in the second phase, some of her attacks come out way too quickly. Like, it's borderline pre-patch Godric levels. And in case y'all new to the channel, Godric literally has he used to have a move that was faster than the average human reaction speed. And it was like 2 or 3 frames faster. It was the attack where he throws his axe up and it does a little circular mini explosion near him. So yeah, that attack was legitimately unreactable for the average human player. For the average human, not even just player, but for the average human. And I definitely feel like some of the attacks are kind of bordering on that. And also, the attacks visuals you cannot trust some of the time. Which is a bit of a problem considering, you know, like hitboxes seem to be very big. Kind of like pre-patch Radahn levels of big. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, please look up pre-patch Consort of Miquella, not Scourge Radahn, but Consort of Miquella Radahn's hitboxes. The hitbox on his swords are fucking massive. But on that note, though, thanks for tuning in. In the next episode, we'll be meeting Mia, presumably, and we will also be continuing to get to Cathedral. We're not going to be getting to Cathedral in the next episode. Cathedral will definitely probably have its own dedicated episode. But on that note, thanks for tuning in, and I will catch y'all on the flip side.